Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are talking about emotions. FN emotion. And how we can take control of them. Ready? Let's go. Emotions. How can we live a life where when emotions actually prevent us from doing things that we want to do? How? So yes, that's the issue, because emotions are important, and you will I'm going to go through to explain to you why emotions are important, and you don't want to suppress them. You want to take control of them while completely experiencing them in order to live your life, but you don't want them to dictate your life, because emotion is what create depth in your life. Without emotion, you are not experiencing the joy that you can experience in life. And so if we want to enjoy life, because the game of life, as I already said, is about enjoying life to the fullest of our capabilities, but we cannot do that if we don't feel emotions. So we need to take control of them without denying them, repressing them, or anything else, because they will come up anywhere at some point, and they will blow at your face. And so if you're able to process them, you will be able to control them. So just I'm going to explain to you what led me and the mistake I did, so you don't make the same mistake I did and you choose a better path, which is going to be the conclusion of this video. I'm going to explain to you at the end the best way to go about it. So if you don't want mastery, go ahead at the end. Yes, so the beginning of my life, not the early age, but after 10 and until 20 years old, for me that was very difficult, because my thoughts and my emotion were out of control, to the point where I remember asking myself, if this is life, I just don't want to live it. There's just too awful, too much emotion, everything is just too much. And so this led me toward the path, because I'm proactive, I want to find solution and not give up on life, and which led me today to a state where I enjoy life and I want to live as long as I possibly can. And so this led me on a path to self-discovery, meditation. I read a lot about Asian culture and so on, how to meditate, how to relax and so on. And so I went down that path, taking control of my thoughts, taking control of my emotion, to the point where I was able to literally suppress my thought, suppress my emotion. I developed a skill where I'm able to stop thinking, literally, and so and stop my emotion, literally also. And so progressively, what happened is it actually helped me, because the swing of emotions that I was feeling were less and less violent, but it ultimately reached a point where I wasn't feeling anything anymore. And so I experienced what it is to just feel nothing all the time. See, this is like being on drug to fix some mental issue and so on, but actually I was doing it just by meditation. But because that was a conscious process and something that I actually practice, a state of, what you need to understand is, a state of absolute neutral emotion is not a natural state for a human being. And so I was able to did it because I was practicing meditation every day for about I think in total 1 hour, maybe 40 minutes in the morning, 40 minutes on the evening, 1 hour and a half, something like that, 1 hour and 20 minutes. And so at this point, because I was practicing meditation a lot, and I was also, and this is a mistake I made, because I was focused on suppressing my emotion and my thoughts rather than focusing on feeling them. And this is what I want to explain to you today. The solution is not to suppress, deny your emotion. Your emotions are important. This is what makes life worth living. Not necessarily worth living, but I am a very visual person, so a life without emotion is like a movie without color. This is as simple as that. And so when you add color, things are more fun, more enjoyable. That's it. That's just that. And so, yeah, progressively, then as I understood those things, I started thinking about meditation in a new and different way, where I started looking at different philosophy of meditation, because this is the first one that actually led me to the path of suppressing emotion was more the Zen aspect. The Zen meditation led me down that path toward a state of emptiness. Really, this is what I reach, a state of emptiness. And so where you just observe your thoughts and so on, but at some point they vanish. And so then I study other stuff like tantrism and so on, which are more Indian-oriented meditation, which are more focused on energy. And I'm very not fan of this concept of energy, because I like to really go to the science of it. But nonetheless, I still understood the concept and I apply them. And even though I don't scientifically understand them, I'm able to use them in order to make my path into feeling emotion. And so the transition that I have made after that was to be authentic with my true self, being in sync with what I feel when I feel it. And so this is something I already talked about in other video, which is feeling emotion when they are here and not feeling them when they are not here. And so this is another topic. So let's dive into how can you take control, because you don't have 15 years of experience like me in meditation, so you need something easier and more efficient in order to apply this in your life. And so what it is, the very best way for you is to understand that what you feel, your emotion, and the decision and action you take are two different things. You separate that. This is not because you feel something, that you have emotion about something, that you have to act on those emotions. And so why making this distinction is very important is because if you understand that these two things are separate, you can then, okay, this situation cause me anxiety or joy, happiness, whatever, any emotion. It can be positive or negative. It doesn't matter. You just say, okay, I understand that this situation makes me feel those emotions, and you just accept those emotions and just feel them deeply, and just release them. Feel. And this is not your thought, because if you are, and for me that was a very big thing, if you are running something in your head again and again and again and again, it just means you are not expressing your emotion. And so those emotions are coming back as thoughts in order to get out in some way. And so if you just pause for a minute, ask yourself, okay, what am I feeling? And just feeling it deeply into your entire body, suddenly your thoughts are going to disappear. The emotion actually is going to disappear, because this is that. When you process emotion, this is about feeling the emotion. Okay, I'm not denying it. I'm not repressing it. I'm not suppressing it. I'm feeling it. And so emotion is in some way is an energy that your body is trying to expand, But if you deny this emotion and so on, you are training this energy inside your body. And so this energy is going to get out in some way. But if you just repress it, it will get out in a way that won't help you. So the best way that you can do is just cool down and accept you feel that emotion and feel it deeply through it. And it doesn't matter if it's a bad emotion or good emotion, feel it to the deepest of your ability. Release that energy that is going through your entire body and feel it. And then you can ask yourself consciously, okay, this is what I feel. Now, regarding this situation, what am I going to do? This is not about taking an emotional decision that is going to ruin my life. Now that I have released this emotion, this energy, I can take the decision consciously to take action. And so my emotion is not controlling my life. I am releasing it, so I'm taking control of them. And then I'm taking conscious, deliberate decision to move forward or to do anything you want. And so that's really that. This is really about understanding how you can process your emotion. And then the first step, as always, is becoming aware. Every time you feel you are encountering any situation, because even though most of the time we feel neutral emotion, when we are interacting in some direction and so on with people or in different area of your life, you will at some point experience some emotion. And so this is important that you feel this distinction, just feel that what emotion are you feeling in each and every single situation, and just okay, this is what I feel. You release that energy, and then you feel relaxed, and you can take clear decision. Having emotion and acting on them are two totally different things. And if it's the only thing you can remember from that, with the fact that you need then to feel your emotion, I think you're good to go. Feel them, feel your emotion, and then you are liberated from them, and you can take good decision, and you can experience everything that life has to offer in terms of emotion and the beauty of them without having them running your life. So I hope it helped. Don't hesitate to leave a comment if you have any question. I'm happy going to answer them, and I see you next time.